Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. This is going to be our tarot reading for the week, so hopefully this goes as I've planned it. And I'm saying it like that because I have had just trouble since last week, actually. I have had trouble with my technology. We'll get into a life update in a minute here. But I'm here. We will do the best we can to just get into things. At least get back to normal is what I mean by that. So, if you guys like what you see in the video, please go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons so you can stay in the loop for when I post new work. I also do kind of vlog style and life update videos and things like that, so you guys aren't necessarily spoiled for choice if you guys want to see more from me. At this time, I do have 4 commission slots open. I am available for readings at this time. Please know that this is optional and not obligatory, so you are not bound by watching this video. You don't have to go get a commission with me. It's fine. Don't worry about it if you can't. But I am available to help you in any way I can, especially if you would like a reading. There will be links in the description to my website and my support page. So if you want to get that process started with me, get in touch and we will work something out. Yeah, things have been interesting over the past couple of weeks. I have made changes to the lineup for my Yuletide Tarot series because it's that time of the year where I wanted to do a video every day like I had originally planned to, but again, did not plan it very well. So we're doing super long videos this time around, and hopefully that works a little bit better. Next year I would like to plan it a little bit better. But what I have decided to do for this week is to do an intuitive reading, both with tarot decks and oracle decks, and I have a couple of my favorites that I'm using right now. Those will be mentioned in the video as I use them, but they will also be listed in the description as well. So, let's see what comes up. We're going to start with the Good Tarot by Colette and Reid. And actually, I have a collection of a couple of her decks, so you'll know what those are because I will mention them. But we're going to start with the Good Tarot. I want to kind of get a baseline reading for the energies I'm feeling and what we can do about them. Yeah, this first line is going to be, it's going to be an energetic reading. See where we are. Also, if you're watching this, I really appreciate you being here. This is meant to find you when you were meant to see it. So if you are here, I love you and appreciate you. And yeah, let's see. Also, this is in gratitude and very much appreciation, like I just said. So here we go. Okay. Ooh, we got a couple popping out. Okay. So the first card we have Fortune's Wheel. This is the Wheel of Fortune, like it says. So everything is going to move in its time. Nothing is static. Personally, we might be on top of the wheel one day and at the bottom of the wheel the next. So it's the word I'm getting is surrender. The phrase I'm getting is go with the flow. I feel like there's a situation right off the bat that you might feel a little out of control over. Yeah, yeah, everything's, I'm going back to the cyclical movement of things. You might feel out of control in the situation now, but it will come back to, if not baseline, at least a little bit more normalcy. Okay. That feels weird. Why does that feel weird? I don't have enough cards yet. Let's see where that goes. Fortune's wheel right off the bat. We also have the Nine of Air, Nine of Swords. So there's some anxiety. There's some anxiety over some changes that are happening in your space. Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying surrender. You don't have to feel anxious or nervous about your situation, but it's definitely there. So let's see what else comes out. Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Air, Nine of Swords. Okay, we also have patience. So we're asking for balance and balance, moderation. We're looking at not forcing a situation to happen that's out of its own pace, if that makes sense. What I'm trying to say is don't rush your process, because you're going through changes that might be necessary, and it might be causing you some anxiety, but the anxiety is there for a reason, and there's an opportunity to reflect on what that might mean for you. Okay, so there's the Nine of Air, like we just did before. We have the card for patience. I believe this is Temperance. So if you know differently, leave it in the comments below. Don't rush the process. Be patient. Be gentle with yourself, because everything is moving. Everything is moving as it should. It doesn't feel comfortable, but the process is happening because it's meant to happen the way it will. It's not, I don't know if that's necessarily comforting, okay? But yeah, there's patience. Okay. So we're gonna do my usual routine. We're gonna shuffle the deck again, get our hidden and clarifying energies, and see where it goes from there. Okay. So our hidden energy here is the Ten of Fire. So Ten of Wands. There's definitely been some responsibilities and burdens in your space right now. It's hard. It's heavy, but you've managed to come this far with these responsibilities and things on your back. You've been juggling a lot. You've had a lot to keep afloat. And again, we're looking back at cycles here. You'll notice that these burning pieces of fire, or there's fires burning here. Maybe you struggled to keep these fires alive. But again, we're going back to cycles. Okay, now we're going back to cycles here. There's a beginning and an end to everything. And what's pinging around in my head right now is that this cycle of the cycles of responsibility that you've taken on are going to close at some point, and you will be taking on new responsibilities. So keep this in mind. There's some responsibilities responsibilities. Maybe take a look at what you have on your plate. Look what you have on your plate, and maybe reflect on what can be removed. Okay. So there's the 10 of fire. That's our hidden energy. Our clarifying energy is the magician. You can make it happen. You can make these changes work for you. I like that. You can make these changes work for you. And you're not alone in trying to do that. Interestingly enough, I'm looking at the numerology. We have numerologies for 1, so that's a new start. We also have the numerology for 5, which is changes. Interestingly enough, the 10 of fire, we're back to 1. So cycles, new things beginning, old things ending. New things beginning, old things ending. Okay. And with the 9s, you're almost done with your journey. So that's at least how I would interpret the numerology. Please go ahead and leave comments below if you know differently or want to share personal experiences, only if you're safe to. And please don't make yourself feel unsafe by doing that. But you have what it takes, okay? And while I'm not getting the Fool coming out, there's 0, the Fool, 1 is the magician. You have what it takes to make your magic. And I would love to see what you come up with in your space for this new cycle. So there's the magician. Okay. Alrighty. Let's move into our other decks at this time. I have plenty. You already know how this is going to go. But we're going to get some clarifying cards. I'm going to be working with the Star Spinner Tarot. You know what? Let's actually do that. This is the wrong deck for that. This is the Wandering Star by Kat Pierce. I'm going to switch my plans mid-video. Of course I am. This is the Star Spinner Tarot. This is by Trungles. So, again, linked in the description. We're going to get clarifying cards. We're going to go deep on this card. So, to clarify the Wheel of Fortune, we are first going to talk about fortitude, having strength. This is strength, courage. We're going to need this in order to face the cycles we're in, okay? Face what's left of the cycle we're in and then move into our new cycle because, again, with the spread of cards that I have in front of me right now, there's a lot of change, and judging by the fact that we have the 9 of air, the 9 of swords coming up, we aren't there yet, but we might not be feeling this. We might not say, well, you say we're strong. I believe that you are, okay? But you also have to believe it too. These changes might have you feeling impulsive or wanting to not. I'm trying to say that there is a call for you to reflect and sit back and maybe have a break, because that will allow you to find your calm, find your sense of peace, maybe work to overcome some desires that you want that might not actually be good for you, and recognizing that will take a little bit of strength. Excuse me. Sneezing. My allergies have been so bad lately, but back to the point. This change will require strength to face. Okay. We also have the 3 of coins. You don't have to go it alone. You're in a team. You have a team of people working with you, and it is going to it is going, again, it's going to require balance, but you have new energy, you have fresh energy, you also have those with experience in what you're trying to do. So it's finding a happy medium and a happy balance between what you are desirous of doing and how the plans are actually going to come together. So there is the Three of Coins. Okay. Next card, we have the Five of Cups. So there's been some disappointments, and there's been some pains and hurt in your space. So, it's recognizing that, again, you have lost some things, but you haven't lost everything, and there's still an opportunity to pick up the pieces where they fell. You can of those pieces and move on. That's where it's going to take strength. That's where it may take reaching out for help, but also recognizing when that has happened and how you can move on from that. Okay, so there's the chalices, the Five of Cups. Okay. Let's see. You know what? Let's do that at the end. We're going to clarify the Nine of Air, so we're going to clarify where stresses and anxieties are coming from. See what we can do here. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. So there's some activity that we are looking to take, or we should be taking. I think what's causing this Nine of Air energy, what's causing us to be anxious and nervous about it, is the lack of action, because perhaps there's a sense of fear around what we're trying to do, and it's the Knight of Wands is about taking actions on our passions and what inspires us. And I think, being an artist, being a creative writer and a visual artist, sometimes you just want the thing to work. You don't want to mess up. You don't want to do, you don't want to let your vision fall apart, because it's, especially if you're feeling really strongly about it, you don't want that to fail. And you haven't taken action on those things because you don't want to fail. But not taking action is making you feel nervous and a failure. It doesn't have to be that way. It really doesn't have to be that way. So I think in part we're being called to take action, and the fear of failure is what's holding us back. Okay. There's a Nine of Wands. We also have the Queen of Wands. Now, interestingly enough, I always get this card out of this because I feel very strongly that the deck in general is telling me it wants to be about nurturing creativity, and I feel that strongly. So here, because we have the Queen of Wands, I think in order to ease the fear and the lack of inactivity, we are being called to nurture this creative aspect of ourselves. Take it small. Take small steps. You don't have to put a masterpiece in the Louvre right away, because you're not there. Maybe you will. I would love if you know how to do that. If you know how to get in touch with the persons and acquisitions at the Louvre, let me know, because I want to talk to them, right? That's a big job. I don't know how or why they would do that job, but we'll see how it goes. Now I'm flashing back to my trip. Anyway, anyway, nurture your creativity, nurture your passions, nurture what brings you joy, because this lack of inactivity is stemming from the fact that you might not give yourself permission to do that, which is kind of sad. I would hope that's not the case. But when you give yourself permission to take the action, hopefully you'll have a breakthrough. It might not be a big breakthrough, but it may be a breakthrough. So let's go with that. Next card, we have the Two of Cups. So there's a unity in nurturing. You might be calling things back for yourself that you may have lost along the way. Is that upright? Yes. There's a union, and a harmonizing, and maybe it's a calming of emotions that you felt more strongly down the line. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But ultimately, when you nurture your passions, okay, I have it. So we're being called to nurture our passions so we can take action on them, because we felt that we can't, and that's causing us anxiety. This anxiety has kind of broken off little pieces of ourselves that we didn't want to lose. That maybe that's what we're feeling, and that's what we're being called to look at. When we look at it, when we give ourselves a chance, we'll call back those parts of ourselves that we've missed, so that we can take action on what makes us passionate and inspired. Okay, Two of Cups, here we go. Okay, and let's clarify the card, Patience, or if you know it differently, Temperance. I think I'm getting that right. Let's clarify this. Don't rush our process, okay? Here we go. You know what? I'm going to take the top card. We have Justice. So here this is calling for us to be accountable for ourselves, to take responsibility for the things that we need to do. This is answering for past behaviors. This is maybe looking at the lay of the land a little bit more, getting a feel for how things work in your space. Again, the process might move slower than you're anticipating, but this, if it feels slow, if this process you're going through feels slow, might be good to really look at how you're taking action, how you've taken action in the past, what you're going to do now, and you can't see into the future, but lay the foundations for a strong future. Okay? So there's the card for Justice. Okay? We also have, the Emperor, taking order back, making order from a chaotic experience. Sadly, I'm sorry to see it if this is the case for you, but maybe there has been some trauma and some sadness that you're not addressing, and maybe that is what's causing the stress to occur in your space. So there is the card for the Emperor. Finally, we also have the Star. Don't lose hope. That sounds, I acknowledge that the situation you're in might seem scary and insurmountable, and certainly we've all been in situations where it felt so bad just to be there, right? But there is a light in the dark. There is hope. There's a way of navigating. And again, you need to be patient and find it. And there's some work to be done. Okay? So yeah, there is the star. Okay, and again, don't rush the process, because the stars will come out. Stars will come out and you'll see your way through. Okay? So next, we're going to get into clarifying the Ten of Fire, the Ten of Wands. What do we need to see for the Ten of Wands? How do we manage our responsibilities in the best way that we know how? The One of Wands, perfect. We're starting back at the beginning. We need to know that something new is coming in, a new opportunity comes in to pursue passions and inspirations. What gets us out of bed in the morning? How do we do what we need to do? Okay. Interestingly enough, I think I'm hearing balance. Again, we've had cards, I feel like we've had cards that suggest that. I mean, patience, temperance, balance is going to be what, at least for now, what I focus on with this. But we have responsibilities to maintain our homes, maintain our families. That's hard, maintain ourselves. And I can only speak from a single white woman here. So, yeah, a new opportunity comes in, and it's going to be, let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be good. It's going to be a journey. Here we go. Okay, Ace of Wands is our first card. Second card, okay, we have the Nine of Cups. So we're looking to maintain our sense of well-being and our sense of peace. How we go through this situation maybe has shaken our foundations a little bit, and we've been off balance, because you'll notice that she is on point here. We're balanced. We're back in a place where we can feel good again. I think we'll have that opportunity to come back to that. Okay. So yeah. Once we okay, now I'm getting tongue-tied. We're back in a sense of well-being, and we're feeling good enough to be open and vulnerable. However that looks like for you. Yeah, let's leave it there. So there's the Nine of Chalices. Nine of Cups. Wow, I'm tongue-tied, you guys. Okay, moving on. Nine of Cups, and finally we have the Knight of Swords. We're able to take action. Oh, that's interesting. Knight of Swords. Knight of Wands, okay. We're able to take action on, where is it now? Okay, you little bugger. There it is. We're able to take action on these passionate things that we have going on, because we have the ability to take action on what's waking us up emotionally and mentally, and there's a lot of opportunity here. Okay, so yeah, balancing responsibilities, knowing that you are in a safe, firm foundation to do the work, is going to help you get to clarity. Yeah, I think that's what we're looking for. So there is the Knight of Swords. Okay. So let's go into clarifying our Magician card. I'm just going to pull everything off the top from now on. So here is the Magician. First card, we have the Seven of Coins. So we need to step back and take assessments of our progress. Maybe we're not sure if the project we are doing right now or the thing that we're trying to do is worth the effort anymore. I would say it is. Let's continue working on that project. Let's continue moving forward. This, I think we've come far enough that to give up now would be a letdown for especially ourselves. But if you've had a system of support, there would be things that there would be things is the juice worth the squeeze is what I'm trying to say. Okay, that's where you need to take a step back and assess. So there is the Seven of Coins, first card. Second card, we have the Chariot. We also need to know that we have the power to drive our car forward. You know, we're in the steering wheel. We're behind the wheel. We've got the car started. Now we need to direct it. Where do we want to go? Okay, how do we want to do this? What do we want to do? We have the power to drive the car. Okay, and we have the capability. There it is. I just said it. I repeated myself. There we go. Okay, there's the card for the Chariot. Finally, for clarification, we have the pages. The Page of Cups. So we're learning how to manage our emotions. We're learning, maybe we picked up some emotional intelligence along the way, and that is very good. I'm very pleased to see that. Yeah, I'm very pleased to see that right now. But it's been a learning experience, and we're working hard to apply those lessons in the grander scheme of things. So there is the Page of Chalices. Okay. So yeah, the situation I'm seeing so far with all the clarification cards is that there is a situation that is changing and it's causing us some stress, but we are learning how to face the situation, open ourselves up and be vulnerable, and know that we're not alone. We have a team of people helping us, and we're not doing it by ourselves. Excuse me. So with that being said, let's pull some cards for us as people. How are we knowing what we know from the first part of this reading? Now I'm going to use the Wandering Star by Kat Pierce, and we're going to get into some oracles. So stay tuned, stay with me, guys. Yeah, we are almost done. So let's see what we need to see here. Excuse me. Let's have a quick water break too. If you have a comforting beverage of your choice, let's do that. Cheers, friends. Okay. So the first card I want to talk about with you guys is the Nine of Pentacles. So we have, again, we have a sense of well-being. We can take a break. We can give ourselves a chance to rest. Quick sidebar here, what I like about these cards is you can see that the keywords are written in the card. So we've done the work. Let's have a break. Let's have a rest. Let's kick up our feet a little bit, because this situation has certainly took us out of out of our comfort level, and it's time to stop beating yourself up. What are you doing to yourself? This isn't fun, you guys. Give yourself a chance to rest. Okay, you've done a lot. You've accomplished a lot. Maybe you've done the most. Yeah, time to chill. Give yourself a break. Okay. So yeah, there's the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Second card, we have the Six of Swords. We're transitioning. We're moving on. And again, that's borne out by the first part of the situation here. Because we got the Wheel, we have, we got the Wheel. We've done the work to allay some of our stronger emotions, and we've learned a lot about ourselves. And now, stop emotionally flagellating yourself. And it's time to go. What I like, because remember we got the Star in one of the earlier cards in the first part of the reading, we're probably not really seeing the way forward, but we have a means of navigating. And I think that's borne out in this here, that we're moving forward in spite of not knowing the path. Okay? And again, I'm going to get that up close so you can see the keywords there. But yeah, transition is happening whether we want it to or not. It's just a matter of what we can do to really make the most of this time, because it is an important time for us. So, yeah, there's the Six of Swords. Okay, we have two cards coming out. We have the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. So there's some choices to be made with both of these cards. We've achieved a lot. We've done a lot of work. Interestingly enough, we have a repeat card here. So choices will need to be made, whether you stay with the project or whether you continue going. Okay, you have a lot of other options in front of you at this time. But there is a danger in making these choices here, because you might be thinking, well, this project isn't worth it. It's too hard. It's too much. I'm bearing a lot on my shoulders. And even if I'm not going alone, I still feel isolated from my peers because they don't have the responsibilities that I've had in the past. And you might be thinking, well, I just want to be done. I just want to go. I don't want to do this anymore. What's the cost? What are the pros and cons of each of these options? Okay, I always interpret this as be careful what you are thinking about doing, because you might make the choice that's going to get you burned. That isn't going to last forever. These are pretty sparkly, shiny things, but they're going to tarnish. They're going to die. Do you go for this long-lasting happiness? There's a lot here, and you've worked really hard to get here. Don't be, just be careful with how you are making your decisions right now, because things could change in a heartbeat. You've built the foundation to take a break, and I think ultimately the message I'm getting is, don't rest on your laurels. You will still have to make this decision at some point. Okay. So, there is both the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. Okay. And I'm going to get some hidden energy and some clarifying energy, and we'll see what comes of that. Okay. Again, we have the Two of Cups. So there is a unionizing and a harmonizing of disparate energies. I feel like most often this card is read in terms of relationships. So if you met someone and there's a spark of attraction, or yeah, spark of attraction, let's go with that, that it's easy to see how that might come about, how that creative energy might happen. You take that how you will. But in this case, there's energies that are kind of disparate that you are trying to work to get back together. Okay, and this is where I say it's a unionizing and a harmonizing of these energies. That, you know, it's a lot of responsibility. Excuse me. But yeah, here we are. This is what you're working towards. So again, harmony, peace, and particularly partnership. Okay. Two of Cups is our hidden energy. So how do we do this? Again, we have the Five of Cups, recognize our disappointments and how we can still move on. Okay. Don't mire yourself in too much negativity, because you will spill out the good and beautiful things that you have. You won't be able to hold on to them, and you won't see that there is a path forward. Okay, you still have things to go. You still have a ways to go, yes. And don't try and rush the process, because your cups are going to spill. I think it's also important to recognize when you have done such a thing to yourself, because while you have lost all of this, you haven't lost these. You still have things you can pick up with and move forward on. Okay? So yeah, that is the Five of Cups as our clarifying energy. So, Five of Cups, to close out our reading, we're going to move into some oracles. I'd like to get, well, we have two oracle decks, both by Colette Baron Reid. This is the Enchanted map by Colette Baron Reid, obviously, and the Spirit Animal Oracle. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 3 cards. Yeah, I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Enchanted map, and I'm going to clarify with some animal guides. Maybe I'm going to do it the other way around. Let's do that. So I'm going to pull some animal guides and clarify on how best we can use the messages they give us. So let's see how we can do. I also, with the Enchanted map, I don't unfortunately use it often enough, which is kind of my bad and very upsetting, because I love these decks. They're absolutely gorgeous. Excuse me. But I don't use them often enough, and that is a dang shame. Because look at what we got. We have the Turtle Spirit coming up right away for us. Again, we're getting the message of slow and steady will win the race. Remember what I said about temperance and having patience in our process. We can't rush it. Do not rush it, okay? Yeah, slow it down. Slow it down. You're doing okay. You're not alone. Okay? There's our Turtle Spirit. We also have the Cat Spirit coming out, and this is asking us to reclaim our independence. We've felt trapped by situations and things haven't gone our way. There's disappointments, there's hurt, there's pain, but in spite of that, we're working hard to be independent, and we're working to maybe reset boundaries or do things that we need to do that we've been putting off. Okay, claim your independence is our this adorable cat. I love that cat. But the point is, yeah, claim your independence. You're doing okay. All right. Finally, we have the turkey spirit. Give with gratitude and grace. So, maybe finding it hard to get out of bed. And trust me, I've been there. I have been there so many times. It's okay. Just give yourself some grace. And, even if the most you did was open your eyes and have a glass of water, that's still a win. That's still a win. So, yeah. So there is the turkey spirit. Okay. I'm going to see one more. I'd like to see one more. We also have the rabbit spirit. And this is saying now is a lucky time. So we have, again, I'm going back to the opportunity aspect of this because we have, I'm remembering in particular the ace, I think it's the Ace of Wands that we got. There's a new opportunity coming in. And it's, it's a lucky time to do what the aces are asking us to do. And especially because we have the Knight of Swords and the Knight, I believe it's the Knight of Wands. There'll be some opportunities to take action on getting mental clarity and, getting mental clarity and doing what we need to do. So there is the rabbit spirit. Okay. So I'm going to call it there for the animal guides. Let's get into the Enchanted map. Again, Colette, and Reid, we already know. I may have to consult the guidebook for this because, again, I don't use it often enough. So here we go. Bear with me. We'll see how that works out. So to clarify our turtle spirit here, we're going to start with Ride the Wave. I may have to consult the guidebook, but I'm gonna do my best to do this intuitively. Go with the flow is the immediate. That's the immediate energy I get. It's definitely. It's a lot. It's a lot. I fully appreciate it, especially all of the things that we've been going through for now. But even waves crash on the shore. So if you feel like you're going to fall apart, it's not comfortable and it's not comfortable, but at the same time, you're still here and you're not alone. And again, we have the turkey spirit, then the rabbit spirit is saying, there's a new opportunity to learn from this. So, also I'm getting Hanged Man energy, and that, to me, the Hanged Man calls for a surrender and a change in perspective. So, just ride the wave. It's okay. You're feeling what you feel, and that's important. But let yourself feel that, and don't try and mask it or push it away. Okay. So there is a card for Ride the Wave. next card, I have Dry Desert. Okay, I'm gonna look this one up. Interesting that we're getting water imagery and we're getting a desert here. I have some thoughts, but let me look up. Ooh, okay. Let me look it up. So the description here says, for Dry Desert, dig deep for inspiration and truth. Now is the time to become resilient and adaptable. Yeah, yeah, interesting, interesting interpretation. What I would say here is that you might feel like everything's been taken away from you. You might have been plopped in a world you don't understand or know. But there's a chance to dig deep. You know, you're experiencing a lot, you're feeling a lot, and you may feel trapped, and this process is slow, and that's important. It's supposed to be slow to give you time to assess your emotions and to give you time to really dig deep for what makes you passionate. Okay, I like how this is working because again, we have keywords like inspiration and truth, and to me, the wands is all about it, right? Also interesting that it looks barren, very, very barren, right? But it's not. You can make a field. You can water your fields from dry sand, and I that might not make sense, but if that is resonating with you for some reason, take some time to think on that. Okay. So there is Dry Desert. We also have, okay, we have goblins. There's some spooks. There's some fears, and like I said, it's okay. Because you know what, this is something you're probably sitting with, that you are kind of doing to yourself. Doesn't mean it's kind, doesn't mean it's good, but it's there. It's there. You're feeling it, and don't deny yourself. But maybe looking at it with some loving curiosity will help you assess where that is. Okay, so there is a card for goblins, and again, the process of figuring out this emotional time may take some time, but slow and steady will get you through. Okay. So we're going to get into our cat spirit. We're going to do the same process. Hopefully no, we're not going to get into it any faster. Again, trust the process here. So how can we claim our independence here? Okay, so the first card we have is details. Look at the details. Look at what's objectively going on in the situation. Okay, what is that going to mean? What are you making that mean? Is it true? What, don't overthink it. Yes, reflect. Yes, do the work in that. But overthinking it is just going to probably make you feel worse. And it's doing this might juggle a lot of responsibility in your space, but it might be necessary to look at the nitty-gritty of what's going on around you, because if you want to get independent or be as independent from what's making you afraid, okay, it's going to require you to surrender, okay, and understand how you can be resilient and find your inspiration and truth. Okay, so details. Might be time to assess what those look like for you. Okay, next card we have cleaning house. So getting rid of things that aren't serving you, actual physical things, and I'm tapping my camera and my computer, so hopefully that's not shaking too bad. But getting rid of toxic energy, getting rid of negativity, getting rid of, like I said, physical things that don't serve you, making space for that inspiration and that truth to come in, okay? Again, if you look at the numerology, that's a 3 and a 7, comes to 10, which reduces down to 1, so we're back at a new cycle. Doesn't feel like it ever ends, muchly appreciated, but we're here anyway, and we're starting over, and that's a good thing, because we'll find ourselves, us 2.0, in doing this work, okay? So there's cleaning house, okay, and we also have unexpected visitors. I'm going to interpret this as unexpected energies, or things that we didn't think were coming to us but are. This is going to this is going to be interesting. I'm getting the phrase "expect the unexpected." Anything can happen, for better or for worse. Anything can happen. But I think what is going to make the most, excuse me, what is going to make the most, help us make the most of our situation, is know that there's space, there's new space, and new things coming to us, okay? And all of this is going to help us understand how our independence works for us and why it's our own, okay? So there is clarification for the cat spirit. This is unexpected visitors. Let's move on to the turkey spirit. So acting in grace and gratitude, how can we clarify and best do that? Magic prayer. Okay. I'm going to say let's use our voices. Let me look this one up really quick. Okay, so using our voice kind of basically comes through here. So it says, speak your prayers, listen for answers, and act in faith. So don't hold on to your fears. They're real and they are valid, and you are absolutely okay to feel those things, because there will be an opportunity to move forward on all of this. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to don't be afraid to speak your truth. Remember, you're not alone. You're working to unionize and harmonize new energies and things that you're learning from this journey. Okay? And you're in a team. You have people, guides, whatever that energy looks like. You are not alone. Okay? So don't be afraid to speak your truth and ask for help when you need it. Okay? So there is magic prayer on the first card. Second card for the turkey spirit, we have making a choice. Again, we're back to choices. Stay or go, light or dark. Can we take the middle road? No. Be objective, be clear about what you want and how to get there. And if you're really feeling some kind of way, don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay? Both of these doors are open. But you have, yeah, you have time to make your choice. Yeah, you have time to make your choice. Okay, there is, yeah, there we go. And finally, we also have the bone collector. So we have, yeah, again, we're back to cycles and cyclical energy. I'm interpreting this as not being alone. Again, we have what it takes to see the cycle through. And let me show you how I'm getting that. We have this ring here. We have this ring that she's sitting in. And again, life and death are present here. Life in that we create it for ourselves, death of old situations. We're not doing this alone. And yeah, we're not doing this alone. I'm going to leave it there. Let's move on to our final card of this reading. We're going to get some clarity on our rabbit spirit, and hopefully this entire reading has made sense. So, there is our rabbit spirit. Let's see. Ooh, okay. So we have a couple of cards coming out already. We also have flying. This is the first clarifier for our rabbit spirit. There's a chance for freedom. There's a chance to chase what is inspiring us. Okay. There's a chance to see farther than our fears are letting us see. Okay. Okay. Let's leave that one there. There is the card for flying. We also have the Wizard of Awareness. So I'm going to interpret this as we are understanding our own magic now. We know what it is. We're clear on what we want, and that is really important. Yeah, let's see what. Again, let's see what the. Okay, so I was gonna say let's see what the guidebook is. We've taken the time to be still and to listen to our intuition, because there's certainly been a lot that's shaken us, okay? But we're here, we've done the work, and yeah, we've done the work. So, there's Wizard of Awareness. And finally, we have the card for Come Together. Again, we have union and bonding and blending of two energies. Again, nothing about this journey has been done alone. Even if we have felt physically alone in this space, we're still okay. We're still okay because we have a spirit team with us as well. Okay. So there we go. That is the last card for this reading. That was clarifying energy for the rabbit spirit. I'm going to call this video quits, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. If you made it this far, I love you guys. Thank you so much. I will be back next week with a new video. But in the meantime, if you want to see more, check the links in the description and get in touch with me if you'd like a private reading done. Again, optional, not obligational. Don't worry if you can't or don't want to. You just enjoy watching my work. I hope this resonates with you. I will be back for the new year. I am planning some fun stuff, so stay tuned for that. I'm hoping that I can get it together a little better than I did this week, but yeah, hang in there with me, and I will see you guys very soon. I love you lots. Mwah.